are the food safety and sanitation principles? The Dietary Guidelines for America 2020 to 2025 established 4 key food safety principles. These are clean, separation, chill, and lastly, cook. What are the 4 most important food safety principles? Sanitation is a legal requirement. Second, sanitation can help prevent food poisoning outbreaks. And third, sanitation helps maintain food quality. And lastly, sanitation protects your brand. The basic concept of food safety and hygiene include cleaning, cross-contamination, chilling, and cooking.
What is food hygiene? Condition and measure necessary to ensure the safety of food from production to contamination. Without food hygiene can cause foodborne diseases and can lead death to the consumer. Example of food hygiene. So first, keep yourself and work areas clean. Second, separate your raw materials and other raw animal products. Third, properly cook and prepare foods. Fourth, store food appropriately. 5K principles of food hygiene according to WHO. First, prevent contaminating food with pathogen. Second, separate raw and cooked foods. Third, cook food appropriately. Fourth, store food at proper temperature. Fifth, use safe water and materials.
Safety, a global problem. Every day in every country, people feel ill from the food safety they have eaten. These foodborne illnesses are caused by dangerous microorganisms and or toxic chemicals. The World Health Organization has recognized the foodborne illnesses are a problem in developing and developed countries alike, place a burden on healthcare system, seriously affect infants, young children, the elderly, and those who are already ill, spawn a vicious circle of diarrhea and malnutrition. Causes of food insecurity, drought and other extreme weather events, pest, livestock diseases and other agricultural problems, climate change, military conflicts, corruption and political instability, rapid population growth,
Law and agency relating to food safety and sanitation. International law. It serves the purpose to secure the product of the manufacturer at in good packaging condition before consumed to each consumer and prevent of any hazard or harmful materials and to secure all employees in environment safe work. There are 6 functions in the international law. First, the production or sale injurious, unsafe, unfit, or substandard food, the contamination food, the sanitation food, food safety practice, or including temperature control and treatment, the control of food poisoning and foodborne disease, the composition and labeling of food.
The food processing industry is a significant part of the Philippines economy and it consists of business that process, manufacture, and distribute food and food products. The Bureau of Foods and Drugs was established by Republic Act 3720 and is charged with enforcing and administering the law. It is a state policy to ensure the safety and quality of foods, drugs, and cosmetics, as well as regulate their production and sale in order to protect the consumer's health. The following examples are the primary process in the food industry.
Good day everyone, I'm Aina and today I'm gonna discuss the nature of tour. Systematically, will be helpful to understand the difference between domestic international tourism as well as independent package tour. Domestic tourism refers to travel taken exclusively within the national boundaries of traveler's country. People find it easy because there are no language, currency, nor documentation barriers. International tourism involves the movement of people across international boundaries. It is more difficult to travel outside one's country because the country visited has a different language and requirements such as passports and visas. A package tour. IIT or Independent Inclusive Tour. The tourist travels to his or her destination individually. GIT or Group Inclusive Tour. Travels in the company of the other tourists. The tourist destination. A geographical unit where the tourist visits and stays. It may be town or city. Attractions may also be natural or man-made. Natural attractions may be mountains or beaches. Amenities or facilities include accommodation like food, communications, and local transport.
Good day everyone, I'm Jenny May. Today I will discuss the characteristic of tourism and hospitality. The product of tourism and hospitality are not used. Tourism and hospitality is a labor-intensive industry. Tourism and hospitality industry is seasonal. The industry is dynamic. Tourism and hospitality is a people-oriented. It is primarily concerned. Tourism and hospitality is multidimensional phenomenon. It is dependent on many and varied activities. Therefore, must be always prepared and willing to adjust these changes. Importance of tourism and hospitality. Contribution of development, dimension of development, effect of general economic development, employment opportunities, social benefits, cultural enrichment, educational significance, are vital for peace.
Classification of tourism. According to the United Nations World Tourism Organization, tourism involves the movement of people in natural environment of the country or outside the country for personal and other purposes. These different purposes classify the tourism industry in many ways. And these are the different classification of tourism. Tourism has a direct impact on any country's economy. The role of tourism in economic development is important. A vast amount of job possibilities can develop by public relations in tourism. From travelers' perspective, knowing another state, country stays, culture is a great feeling.
What are the different types of tourism? One, we have domestic tourism, international tourism, outbound tourism, business tourism, adventure tourism, wildlife tourism, medical tourism, wellness tourism, pilgrimage and spiritual tourism, cultural tourism, dark tourism, culinary tourism, educational tourism, cruise tourism, rural tourism, and space tourism. So those are the different types of tourism.
Hi, I'm Juver Aaron Medrano, and these are the people who made a significant contribution to the tourism and hospitality industry. Cesar Ritz, founder of Swiss Hotel and Ritz-Carlton Hotel. Ellsworth Milan Stoker, founder of Stoker Hotels. Conrad Hilton, founder of Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Thomas Cook, built the one-day tail trip in 1841. Howard Deering Johnson, founder of Howard Johnson Restaurant and Motels. J. Willard Marriott, founder of Marriott Hotel Chain. Ray Kroc, credited for McDonald's global expansion. Isadore Sharp, founder and chairman of Four Seasons Hotels and Resorts. Ruth Fertel, founder of Ruth's Chris Steak Houses.
Good day everyone, I'm Judy Ann, and for me the importance of tourism and hospitality in our country, it brings benefits to our industries and have a role as a commercial activity. And the Philippines is the first tourism and hospitality association was organized in 1952. And to put together all existing travel establishments serving both domestic and international travelers. And due to conditions such as safety of tourism and hospitality, better services and sanitation facilities, more financial support from the government is because of Philippines prospered, and it's declared after the martial law.
Introduce myself. My name is Mercy Laguna Bisnar. I'm reporting. The National Tourist Organization is discussed in the industry. This is a well-rounded positive, the addition of recent result in a more appealing destination, as well as upscale experience, increase local tourism through promoting a variety of packages and facilities, as well as expanding capacity in the private sector, increasing state resource development professionalism, classifying tourist international facilities, encourage strict regulation in the industrial sector. The tourism plans complete plus encourage advertising to work closely with the private sectors, enhance the local private sector's contribution to the public tourism hospitality council.
Good day everyone, I am Jessa Jane Eseneo, second year BSHM Set B. Tourism and Hospitality, the role of tourism and hospitality in economic development. Development of international tourism has increased developing countries' participation in global economy. The tourism and hospitality industry has over the year experienced tremendous growth influencing the economic and social development of a country. Travel, tourism, and hospitality industry, according to the World Travel and Tourism Council, generate about 7.6 trillion and 277 million jobs for the global economic in 2014. In the same year, the international tourists arrived increased, reaching approximately 1.14 billion WTTC in 2015.
Example of tourism and hospitality industry.
I am Nielo Terbailon, 19 years old, BSHM first Set B. The economics impacts. An economics impacts analyzes, examines the effects of an event on the economies in a specified area, ranging from a single neighborhood to the entire globe. It usually measures change in business revenue, business profit, personal wages, and for a job. Examples: if you are building a new distribution center in a city, you will need to hire labor, buy materials from suppliers, and contract services for technology infrastructure. The incomes that generates for the business and contractors you work with would be counted as a direct economics impact.
Good day everyone, I am Mia Igabroy, first year BSHM Step 3. Direct and secondary effect. Direct and secondary effects, so the difference of first and secondary effect was direct effect, are the change in economic. For tourism, this is involved impact on the tourism industry themselves. Furthermore, these include direct employees organization spending by patient and visitor to the organization, while secondary effect are the change in economic activity from subsequent round of spending of tourism dollars, as well as this is meant by being payable by the tourist. Moreover, secondary effects have been shown to include increased crime and adverse impact on the daily of life.
Tourism multiplier. Tourism have a direct, indirect, and induced effect on economy. It not only creates job opportunities or income revenue in tourism sector, also in related or other sector. Archicon developed concept of multiplier in early 1930s. It simply refers to how many times the money spent by a tourist circulate through a specific country, region's economy. It is used to calculate the secondary effect, indirect or induced, of tourist spending in a destination region or country. Multiplier effect in an economy continues until the leakages start.
Good day everyone, especially to our instructor, Ma'am J.M. Orencio. Good day, ma'am. I am Jomarie Labrado, Balila from Bachelor of Science Hospitality Management. Today, I am going to discuss to you about the growth theory. Some economic growth theory have been proposed to maximize the economic effect of tourism and hospitality within the destination area. These are the theory of balanced growth and theory of unbalanced growth. Proponents for the theory of balanced growth suggest that tourism and hospitality should be viewed as an important part of a broad-based economy. This theory states that tourism and hospitality needs the support of other industries. That's all. Thank you.
My name is Ms.Joylyn Bodanio from Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management Set B, and I'm going to discuss to you about economic strategies and incentives. When we talk about economic strategy, it is a key that maximizes the economic effect of tourism and hospitality within the region. Economic strategy is a relatively new and rapidly developing area of economic consulting. Like for example, redeveloping a certain area or location that will attract additional business investment. And when we talk about incentives, it is that thing that motivates you or encourages you to do something. It is like a payment or concession that will result to a greater output or investment. And when we talk about economics, the meaning behind incentives is a bit narrower. It is like a financial motivation that will keep or will help a people to keep moving on or will help them to take a certain action.
Everyone, my name is Rafaela Timbunbarius. Today I'm going to discuss about the foreign exchange. Foreign exchange or forex is the conversion of one country's currency into another. In a free economy, a country's currency is valued according to laws of supplies and demand. In other words, a currency's value can be pegged to another country's currency such as US dollar or even the bucket of currencies. Country's currency value may also be set by the country's government. However, many countries float their currencies freely against those other countries.
I am Tainray Gahera and I am going to report to you the undesirable economic aspect of tourism. Some undesirable economic aspect of tourism and hospitality are higher prices and economic stability. Higher prices occur when demand for basic services and goods from tourists increase. Because of this, local residents will be affected negatively because their income will not increase proportionately. The other one is the economic stability, in which it occurs when there is inflation or the value of money decrease. This will result for the goods and services prices to become higher. Because of that, tourists and local residents need to pay more.
Hi, my name is Kenneth Bibidoy, and we will discuss the week 7, that tourism and hospitality network and supply components. Tourism and hospitality components, there are the 3 categories. The first category, direct providers, include businesses that are associated with travel such as airlines, hotels, restaurants, ground transportation, travel agencies, and retail shops. The second category, support services, lend to support to direct providers. A good example are tour wholesalers who prepare tours and instead of selling directly to the public, they sell the tour through a travel agencies. The third category, tourism developmental organization, is different from the first two since it includes planners, government agencies, financial institutions, real estate developers, and broader in scope than the vocational training institution. Category 1, travel agency, hotel, retail shop, restaurant, airlines, and ground transportation. Direct providers to the traveler. Category number 2, contract food services, contract laundry, food supplier, tour organizer, travel publication, support services, direct to and indirect to direct providers, the travelers. Category 3, planners, government agencies, financial institutions, real estate developers, educational and vocational training institutions. Affect directly providers, tourism developmental organization, support services, and directly the travelers.
Good day everyone, I am Maria Inoue Ayaya and I will discuss the tourism and hospitality network and supply components. Tourism and hospitality components. The travel industry network, which includes both the public and the private sectors, G, Goy, and Maples, 1997, defines the travel industry as the composite of organizations that private and public that are involved in the development, production, and marketing of travel and services to serve the needs of the travelers. The first category is direct providers and includes businesses that are associated with travel Organization, travel organizations, are organizers, travel and trade publications, hotel management firms, and travel research firms. A good example are the tour wholesalers who prepare the tours and instead of selling directly to the public, they sell the tours through a travel agent. The third category, tourism and developmental organizations. The different from the first two, since it includes planners, government agencies, financial institutions, real estate developers, and educational and vocational training institutions. These organizations tend to be more complex and broader in scope than the production of degree program services. The decisions and results are more long-term in nature than the first two categories, which deal with the operators.
Good day, ma'am. I am Kimberly Danitinos, BSHM, CTV. Today, my topic, Tourism Hospitality Supply Management. The tourism hospitality industry is one of the largest and the more competitive in the world, and the means the tourism components live and die by community of her marketing effort, and particular its important news. That latest in marketing method to standard from the competition in the term of the price, unity marketing strategy, and customer services. A growing stake of the tourism industry in the news of the social media and social network, so as a Facebook and Twitter, and include organization accessed with the conference, exhibition, training sources, and activities as well, and online and offline at advertising.
Hello everyone, my name is Beleni Blata. My topic is all about attitude towards self. Is an individual self-esteem or attitude towards self. Is the low opinion of himself. The fact that dealing with and serving people is very difficult should be stressed. Although it is relatively easy to deal with satisfied guests, it is very challenging to deal with the visitors who are dissatisfied or very demanding. The ability of satisfying guests is a very demanding task. Defining attitude. Essentially, attitude can be broken into two sections, thoughts and action. The core of your attitude starts with your thinking around how you approach the world, relationships, work, and other areas of life. What is attitude in hospitality industry? Attitude is everything in hospitality industry. It's easy to train someone to do a job, but it's very hard to train someone with poor attitude. Attitude is something an individual should be developed within, highly motivated. If you don't like it, change it. But if you can change it, change your attitude. Thank you.
Hello everyone, especially Ma'am J. Orencio. Hello ma'am, I'm Jennifer L. Camarote and I'm from Tampakan, South Cotabato. And our topic for today is all about the types of accommodation we create. This topic was all about the different kinds of accommodations which is important in every organization. The term accommodations refers to a room, building, or lodging which provides shelter for a person to stay, sleep, and live for a while. There are many different types of spaces that classify as accommodations, though in the hospitality industry, the term is used to refer to a room at a hospitality company such as hotel, resort, hostel, motel, and etc., which is essential in every organization. And here are the types of accommodations. We have the motel, apartments, hostels, inns, motel or motor hotels, pensions, campgrounds, and private homes. Good day everyone. Today I will discuss the hotel classification. But first, what is hotel? Hotel are classed based on their size, location, target market, levels of service, amenities provided, number of rooms, ownership, and affiliation among other factors. Apart from this, hotels are frequently classified using the star, diamonds, or crown system based on their geographic location. Classification allows guests to receive a quick overview of the hotel without having to physically inspect it. As an intermediary, it enables commerce by establishing confidence between the client and the property. The classification of hotel is done on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. Boutique hotels, resort, B&Bs, and apart hotels are among the hotels categories that can benefit from the classification system.
Good day, ma'am. I'm Early Jane Kamaymayan, and my topic that is given to me is about the inventory and the implemented star rating system of Department of Tourism. Inventory refers to all the items, goods, merchandise, and materials held by a business for selling in the market to earn a profit. There are 11 articles about inventory falls into location, bedroom facilities and furnishing, front office or reception, housekeeping, food and beverage, recreational facilities, entertainment, engineering and maintenance, general facilities, and service and staff. Last is special facilities. To implement the new star rating system. Star grading. 1 star equivalent for 251 to 400 points. 2 star equivalent for 401 to 550 points. 3 star equivalent for 551 to 700 points. 4 star equivalent for 701 to 880 points. And 5 star equivalent for 881 to 1000 points.
Hi everyone, my name is Angela Caniston and I am 19 years old from Barangay Sarawat, City of Caracal. We have weeknight the title of Tourism and Hospitality Organization. What is tourism and hospitality organization? It's a diverse industry made of any different segments. There is a need to interrelate and share information. Let's proceed the 4 types of international organization. First, United Nations World Tourism Organization. Second, International Civil Aviation Organization. And now, I discuss the 4 types of regional organization. First, the Organization and Economic Cooperation and Development. Second, the Caribbean Tourism and Association. Rules of National Organization in Tourism, Employment and Training, Coordinating Private and Public.
My name is Ms.Joylyn Bodanio and I'm here to discuss about I entitled Tourism and Hospitality Organization. I'm tasked to report about my understanding on this topic. There are so many different segments in this tourism and hospitality organization, and also we need to interrelate and share data connection for some any transaction about a membership, and business has led to establish of several public and also private organization at the international, including the national, regional, state, and local levels.
Good day everyone, my name is Cabogus and Orencio, and we are tasked to report about week 9, entitled Tourism and Hospitality Organization. So I am tasked to report about hospitality industry. And there is a need to connect and share data. As a result, a number of public institutions have been established at international, national, regional, state, and local government, as well as private business. There have some organizations that I will discuss to you first. International Organization where it is a non-profit organization dedicated to advancing the tourism industry goals, and bringing together and numerous enterprises involved. Organization also emphasize the advantage that the travel sector provides region. It has four organizations to the UTAWO or United Nations World Tourism Organization. Second, ICAO or International Civil Aviation Organization. Third, IATA International Air Transportation Association, and WTTC or World Travel and Tourism Council.
The Philippine Tourism Promotions Board is a Department of Tourism, a affiliated body tasked with developing and implementing an integrated domestic and international promotion and marketing strategy for the Philippines as a tourism destination and for tourism investments. Second, in courts and government organization, the legal department represents and defends the companies and its employees' interests. Third, all corporate planning operations, including the formulation of the marketing framework and the consolidation of the work program, as well as the monitoring and reporting of corporate performance, are to be implemented and overseen. Fourth, the Information Systems Department is in charge of maintaining the firm's IT infrastructure, which includes hardware, software, data storage, and networks. Fifth, the Department of Tourism or DOT is responsible for encouraging, promoting, and developing tourism as a key socio-economic activity that generates foreign currency and local jobs. Lastly, duty-free is in charge of running the duty and tax-free retailing system in the Philippines, which aims to improve tourism's tourist services while also generating foreign cash and revenue for the government.
This includes unnecessarily and complementary facilities, equipment, system, process, and resources necessary for the functioning of every tourist destination. It is a mandate to develop and promote the Philippines as retirement hub as a means of acceleration the social and economic development of the country, strengthening and foreign exchange plays an important part to our country history, and it is the one of the most popular destination for the visitor to our hometown. It is the oldest distinct and it is called Wild City. It is referred to the Philippines Commission on Development and Promote of Sport, Scuba Diving, which is agency mandate and ensure the safety of both the domestic and foreign diving enthusiastic and promote the Philippines as the premier dive destination. It is a speak of the country's history and traditional nature by patriotism and struggle for the independence of symbolized by the national flag and was established to promote, encourage, and initiative research and development initiatives and activities.
Hi, we should discuss about the impact of tourism and hospitality, and the positive economic effect and the negative effect of tourism and hospitality. The impact of tourism and hospitality has a visible impact of the socio-cultural and socio-economic environment. With the positive economic effect of tourism and hospitality. First, income. Obviously, generates income within a destination country. Next, employment. Offer more employment opportunities and there are three types of employment. Balance of payments is an accounting of flow of goods, services, and funds in and out of the country. Investment and development. Once the area is well developed and successful, many investors like to invest, and this is known as an accelerator concept. Next, the negative effect of tourism and hospitality. First, inflation in land values. Inflationary effect of tourism and hospitality can arise in different ways. Increase of prices and increase of value of land. Next, high leakage. Leakage occurs from a variety of sources. First is the cost from the cost of goods and services. Second source of leakage is the remittance of profits and wages to outside sources. X, seasonality. Many tourist regions experience slow return of investment because of seasonal fluctuation demand. And the last, overdependence on tourism and hospitality. Some destinations have made themselves.
Hello everyone, I am Jessa, a first-year student of BSHM, and I'm going to discuss about social impacts of tourism and hospitality. The social impacts of tourism and hospitality refer to the changes in the quality of life of residents and tourist destinations. The objective of social tourism is to ensure that tourism is accessible to all people. Host-visitor interactions. Tourism and hospitality causes more interaction between people, particularly between the tourists or visitors and the local residents or host. The characteristics of various types of visitors and the level of interaction within the host should be clarified. Classifications are as follows. First, explorer. This type of visitor is interested in being an active participant, observer among population. Number 2, elite. This type of tourist is few number. He can afford to pay well for unusual vacations. Number 3, offbeat. This tourist adapts well to simply accommodation and services provided for the occasional guest. Number 4, unusual tourist. This tourist loves sub-exotic cultural sites and the unusual and primitive sites as long as he can quickly and safely return to more familiar surroundings and groups. Number 5, incipient mass tourist. This visitor who looks for the amenities of Western societies and hotels and other travel-related facilities. Number 6, a mass tourist. He comes from the middle class. He arrives in a destination with other tourists. There is a diversity of tastes among them, and their attitude is you get what you pay for. Number 7, character tourist. The character tourist comes in mass, with other of his kind creating an extremely high amount of business and receiving a high degree of standardization in services and products.
Hey everyone, I am Julie Dennis, first BSHM Selby. I'm here today to talk to you about the impact of tourism and hospitality. Negative social effect of tourism and hospitality. First, social situation. Particular places receiving time result and situation, competition for limited resources. Second, changes in the social structure, behaviors, and rules. Tourism and hospitality changes the traditional form of employment. Third, community problem. It is difficult to say how responsible tourism and hospitality has been for the risk of presentation in tourist destination. Fourth, negative demographic effect. Tourist destination, which can be considered socially and economically.
The impact control measures. These are the control measures to decrease the negative change in an area. 1. Reducing and separating the contact between host and the tourist. 2. Designing community education and citizens programs. 3. Expanding the human resources development and training programs. The impacts of tourism and hospitality on culture. Tourism brings individuals from all backgrounds, cultures, and customs together. Tourists share their impressions of places they visited, which contributes to the promotion of peace and tolerance. The positive effects of tourism and hospitality on culture. The two positive effects of this industry and culture are the intercultural communication and the renaissance of native culture.
These are the negative impacts of tourism and hospitality on culture. Arts, craft, dance styles all have traditional importance. However, when more and more tourists turn in, they early become a show business. To meet the expectation of the tourists, here in the Philippines, specifically here in the Mindanao, we have a lot of sorts of arts there. Handicrafts such as weave, native accessories, and indigenous dress. The following control measures may be adopted to reduce the negative impact of tourism and hospitality on culture. 1. Develop programs which enhance tourism and hospitality contribution to intercultural communication and interaction, such as matching tourist types with destination characteristics and designing programs and incorporate local indigenous features within Western-style structures, such as decorating hotels' interiors with local paintings, murals, and sculpture.
Tourism and hospitality
hospitality create an environmental awareness interaction with beautiful place, increase awareness of the beautiful world, income, and enjoy it minimum damage environmental awareness, intensified tourism cause direct and indirect damage. Conservation. The protects of the environment benefits the local area, the seat of tourism, and deal with local residents. Protection second, the tourism are good as long as tourist growth, economic and cultural asset development, attraction, hospitality, historical places, the endangered stretch, main feature the impress of tourism. Resident benefit, tourism and hospitality benefits, local residents benefit is the result of dialogue that can be enjoyed the local community.
Environment conflict, it affects the quality of in the environment. Example, the destruction of vegetation occurs because of the large number of tourist tramples on the vegetation. In areas such as ocean fronts and islands, many visitors go into and from the destroyed vegetation cover. Sometimes the loss of vegetation leads to soil erosion and the further debasement of the environment. Geological conflict. Tourists and hospitality affects geological formation. Some tourists collect minerals, rocks, fossils, and other items from tourist attractions. Resident conflicts. Tourism can lead the conflict between locals and tourists because of the increasing valued labor and land erosion, as well as vandalism and littering by vandals. The increasing value of the often forces residents to move away from their local area due to rising costs.
I am James Kyle Bilinario, Week 13 reporter. Current trends, an issue in the tourism and hospitality industry. Bright future of tourism and hospitality. Early retirement. It is beneficial to the tourism and hospitality industry. Longer lifespan. Because of a retired citizen, they can provide a large base of potential customer. Shorter work week. It can help to the tourism and hospitality industry to take travel. Greater disposable income. Households have more money to either save or spend. Greater mobility. Sustainable transport and travel in the development of sustainable. Smaller family. It can help decrease travel costs of the family.
I am Angeline Haneo Cabales. Marketing issues are mostly centered on the misuse of strategies in any given business. In any change in population, for example, the average age, dependency ratio, etc., that providers will find it necessary to adjust their products and services to the changing preferences of the market. For a growing number of people, vacations are become shorter and frequent. The example of these have been evident in food service in the past 10 years. Modeled on the frequent flyer programs, which were successfully used by many airline companies. This plans credits to the regular guests. Segments of the food industry are no longer expanding to the extent that was formerly possible. The trends towards consolidation will have a tremendous impact on all commercial lodging.
My name is Ardalcina Barodi, and today I'm going to report the human resource issues. Some of human resource issues are sexual harassment. Sexual harassment defined as unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal physical conduct of sexual nature that take place under any conditions. Just like submission to rejection, such conduct is used as a basis for employment discussions affecting the person's it unreasonably interferes with the person's work performance or create an intimidating, hostile, or offensive work environment.
Automation in the use of mechanical, electronic, and technology in a process every society-specific business for extra speed of work, for reduce labor costs. Automation refers to the travel industry continued computation which has an impact in the industry or location. The traveler communication industry frequency alters. It is scheduled to accommodate changing season and loss giving approach through vendors, distributor, and hotel telephone secretary. It's someplace. And interactive CRTS, interactive television employed. It is possible to transfer from one to interactive specific other from program. Department ticket and his or interactive television and the television.
Smoking, non-smoking areas. As more and more customer of tourism and hospitality entities demand smoke-free areas for dining and smoke-free sleeping accommodation, the industry will continue to exert effort to meet this demand. Sanitation and public health. Proper food handling has always been an issue in the industry. Manager always be sure that food is bought from responsible vendors. To ensure compliance with local sanitary codes, many food and beverage operators hire consultants to conduct regular inspection and to help in the immediate correction of any violation. Recycling solid waste. This has resulted in major waste disposal problem in some places. Many of these areas separating recyclable plastic, glass, and other items from other solid waste greatly decrease the quantities that require disposal.
Consumer affair issues consist fire safety, truth in the news, and nutrition or diet. During 20th century, many changes arises in hotels and other lodging establishments. Fire control system installed in buildings as well as improvements in design. It is important to have the honesty of business practices. Giving greater attention to the nutritional content of the food leads to successful food service operators.
The future of tourism and hospitality. The following tourism and hospitality items are but a few examples of the wave of the future. 1. Increased speed and shopping use of the internet in developed countries. 2. Extended reach in less developed countries. 3. Improved security of personal information. 4. Robotic level sources. 5. Reservation system with more sophisticated voice-activated artificial intelligence. 6. Improved navigational system for rental cars. 7. Electronic entertainment venues and rental cars and own planes and cruise ships. 8. Upgraded internet personal digital assistant for operation. 9. Marketing mass customization. 10. Comprehensive branding campaign for large and small operations.
Hey everyone, I am Anakoy Madurilis. My topic is Future World Tourism and Hospitality Issues. Safety and security in tourism and hospitality. Safety and security are vital to providing quality and tourism. More than any other economic activity, the success or failure of tourism destination depends on being able to provide a safety and secure environment for visitors. This publication represents the result of the long-term effort by World Tourism Organization. Sustainable Management of Tourism and Hospitality.
Hi everyone, I am Leonard N. Caballero, and today I am going to discuss the current trends in sustainable tourism and hospitality and the global impact of sustainable tourism and hospitality. So first is the current trends in sustainable tourism and hospitality. The hotel industry is no exception to the trends of sustainability or social responsibility, becoming a top priority for both the public and private sectors. Simply put, sustainability refers to the ability of natural ecosystem to support life and supply resources to meet the requirements of the current and the future generations. And the global impact of sustainable tourism and hospitality, there are the positive and negative impacts. The negative impacts, situational context, natural resources, depletion, water resources, local resources, land degradation, and the positive impact are contribution to government income, financial contribution, direct financial contributions.
Good day everyone, I am Rosalyn Cibaro. My topic is Managing Sustainable Tourism and Hospitality. The importance of managing the cultural, natural, and social impacts of tourism and hospitality cannot be overemphasized. The 10 Codes of Principles of Tourism and Hospitality. What are the Sustainable Development Goals, also known as the Global Goals? Are a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and assure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity. What is UNDP's role? UNDP is tasked to help carry out the goals in 170 countries and territories. The 17 Global Goals.
Good day.
My name is Jeffrey Mark Alunsa. The benefits of sustainable tourism and hospitality. Tourist attraction in both that natural and built environments are important factors for economic growth. Unspoiled natural ecosystem, well-maintained historic sites, and cultural heritage events can produce economic and quality of life benefits. The economic benefits of successful sustainable tourism and hospitality management include developing new business, expanding job opportunities, increasing income, marketing new products, improving infrastructure, encouraging diversification, integrating the local economy and special opportunities with population. The key to sustainable tourism and hospitality is to manage the destination effectively to provide benefit to the local population.